Beneath the bustling skyline of Jerusalem, a city that has borne witness to countless epochs, lies a secret rhythm, a cadence woven into the very stones and scrolls that define its ancient heart. Imagine standing at one of the city's gates, just as the morning sun bathes the dusty streets in a warm, golden glow. Around you, merchants haggle with practiced urgency, their voices rising and falling in a timeless chorus. The scent of fresh bread mingles with the earthy aroma of sun-baked earth, while the murmur of footsteps on cobblestone seems to echo the whispers of countless souls who have passed before. Nearby, nestled within a quiet chamber lined with cedar wood, a scribe leans over a parchment, his hands steady and deliberate. With an ancient reed pen dipped in ink, he carefully etches the words of Psalm 46 onto the surface, each stroke infused with a sense of reverence and unearthly calm. The rhythm of his work mirrors the poetic parallelism of the psalm itself, a sacred song that speaks of refuge and strength, a fortress that will not be moved. As his pen glides across the parchment, one might almost hear the silent heartbeat of the city, steady, sure, unyielding. Above, in the groves of ancient olive trees that fringe the city's outskirts, birds flutter in graceful arcs. Their wings beat softly against the cool morning air, carrying with them tales long forgotten. Stories of divine presence that have settled over Jerusalem like a gentle mist. Their chirping blends with the rustling leaves, a natural hymn that echoes the words of the psalmist, reminding all who listen that the city is not just stone and mortar, but a living testament to God's enduring nearness. Step into the shadowed corridors of the temple, and the air thickens with incense and solemnity. The chants of priests rise and fall, their voices weaving through the stone halls like a sacred heartbeat that reverberates beneath the city's surface. Each note is a thread in the tapestry of worship, binding past and present in a seamless melody of faith. Here, the psalm's words take on new life, their promise of God's presence resonating amid the flicker of alabaster lamps. These lamps cast dancing shadows along the walls, and if one looks closely, the interplay of light and darkness shapes cryptic symbols, silent witnesses to mysteries held dear by generations. Numbers and symbols, too, play their part in this divine symphony. Numbers and symbols, too, play their part in this divine symphony. 46 appears not just as a... Some scholars suggest that such numerical patterns reflect an ancient understanding of God's order, a hidden language that invites deeper reflection on the psalm's message. As the day fades, the city's alleys become veins through which whispered prayers rise like incense smoke, weaving through the labyrinth of streets and alleys, mingling with the fading light. Beneath the surface, hidden wells offer cool, refreshing water, a reminder of life's sustenance and the hidden depths beneath the sacred city. These wells, often concealed from view, hint at the psalm's deeper truths, that even amid turmoil there is a source of strength and renewal beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. The ancient stones, warmed by the sun and caressed by the evening breeze, seem to hold countless untold narratives, their silent presence inviting us to listen closely. In this ancient city of stone and scroll, the words of Psalm 46 are not merely text on a page, but a living echo that resonates through time. What might it mean, then, to say that God is within her? How does this truth unfold against the vibrant, complex tapestry of Jerusalem's life? As the gates close softly behind the day's bustle and the city settles into a quiet reverence, we are left to ponder the layers of meaning hidden beneath the familiar words, invited to explore the depths where history, faith, and hope converge. What stories might still be whispered among these stones, waiting for ears attentive enough to hear? The murmur of the city, the flicker of lamps, the flight of birds, all seem to beckon us forward into a journey of discovery where the sacred and the everyday intertwine. As the first rays of dawn spill like molten gold over the rolling hills surrounding Jerusalem, the city awakens with a quiet majesty. The soft light filters through olive branches and dances upon the ancient stones of winding streets, setting the stage for a scene steeped in both history and prophecy. This is a city where every stone seems to hold a story, where the past and present intertwine like the golden vines that creep up temple walls, their delicate leaves reaching toward the heavens as if drawing divine inspiration from the skies above. In the distance, the sharp, clarion call of trumpets pierces the morning air, a triumphant cadence that carries with it the weight of prophecy fulfilled and promises yet to unfold. This sound is not mere fanfare, it echoes the majestic announcements of old, when prophets declared God's sovereignty over kings and nations. The notes seem to vibrate through the very earth, awakening the souls of those who listen to the grandeur of divine purpose unfolding in the midst of human history. Beneath the cobblestones, secret pathways meander like veins through the heart of the city, leading to ancient vaults and chambers hidden from the casual eye. These vaults, sealed with inscriptions and symbols from a time long past, guard silent whispers of covenant and covenant-keeping. Some are sealed with the weight of history, others with the lingering hope of future revelation. Here the sacred and the secret meet, inviting the faithful to explore the depths where prophecy and reality become one. Climbing alongside the temple's outer walls, mystical vines twist and curl, green ribbons binding the present breath of the city to the ancient voice of God. These natural adornments seem to pulse with life, a visible symbol of growth and continuity. They remind us that prophecy is not confined to dusty scrolls or distant memories. It is a living, breathing thread woven through the fabric of everyday existence, present in the rustle of leaves and the warmth of sunlight. Near the temple's entrance, a mysterious stone tablet stands, its surface etched with runes and symbols that defy easy understanding. Some scholars speculate that this tablet may have held sacred inscriptions or divine decrees, its very presence a testament to the intersection of heaven and earth. The tablet's enigmatic markings invite us to ponder the depths of God's revelation. How much remains hidden beneath the surface, waiting for patient hearts to uncover? Inside the temple precincts, midnight oils burn low, their flickering flames casting long shadows that stretch like silent prayers across the stone floors. The soft glow of these lamps leaves behind gleaming trails on the walls, reminiscent of sacred blessings that seem to seep from the very fabric of the sanctuary. Gold veins run through the sanctuary's stones, subtle yet unmistakable, weaving a silent narrative of providence and divine presence that transcends time and circumstance. As night deepens, the moonlight caresses the courtyards where faint whispers of bygone revelries still live. These echoes of joy and celebration remind us that Jerusalem is not merely a place of solemn worship, but also a city where life unfolds in all its richness, its sorrows, triumphs, and everyday moments of grace. The city's rhythms pulse in harmony with the divine plan, an eternal dance choreographed by the hand of God. Beneath a sacred archway, a hidden scroll unfurls, its fragile parchment inviting curious eyes to glimpse its contents. The script is ancient, yet the message rings with fresh urgency, a revelation that promises to deepen our understanding of Psalm 46 and its declaration that God is within her. What secrets might this scroll hold? What wisdom waits to be uncovered in the hidden depths of Jerusalem's heart? As the golden light fades and the city slips into the embrace of twilight, the intertwining of prophecy and reality settles like a gentle cloak over the landscape. This place of stone and spirit, of history and hope, challenges us to look beyond surface impressions and to seek the veins of divine truth that run beneath the city's bustling life. How do these silent narratives of gold, prophecy, and sacred presence shape our understanding of God's dwelling among His people? In what ways does the city itself become a living symbol of the divine promise held within Psalm 46? These questions beckon us onward, inviting reflection on the profound mystery where heaven touches earth in the city of Jerusalem. Beneath the pulse of Jerusalem's vibrant life flows a river quiet, unseen, yet endlessly enduring. As evening settles, lanterns sway gently along the ancient pathways, their flickering light casting ripples across centuries-old stones. The soft glow dances like liquid fire, reflecting on the water that courses just beneath the city's surface. This water, held in deep cisterns and hidden aqueducts, shimmers like liquid silver, mirroring the stars that sprinkle the night sky above Zion's silhouette. In this interplay between earth and heavens, the river's presence whispers a timeless promise of faith and renewal. The air carries the rich fragrance of myrrh and spices, scents that evoke solemn ceremonies once held in the city's sacred spaces. These aromas weave into the night air like threads of memory, connecting past worship with present contemplation. The scent is a tangible reminder that faith is not confined to words alone, but envelops the senses, drawing one closer to the divine presence that Psalm 46 celebrates. Above, the stars twinkle with steady rhythm, their light echoing the steady flow of the river below. This celestial reflection invites us to see the city as a microcosm of God's orderly creation, where every element, seen and unseen, plays a part in the grand design. The Psalm's declaration that God is present within the city gains new meaning when we consider this invisible thread, a river of grace and strength flowing beneath the surface of daily life. Along the riverbanks, a shepherd's crook lies forgotten among the reeds, transformed from a tool of guidance to an artifact of history. It silently speaks of past shepherds who tended their flocks with care, much like God's enduring watchfulness over his people. The crook's worn wood tells stories of guidance, protection, and the quiet strength that sustains communities through seasons of change. From the distant valleys, muffled drums reverberate softly, their rhythms reminiscent of ancient travelers' journeys and the communal heartbeat of a people on the move. These sounds blend with the river's song, a melody that persists beneath the city's din, unbroken and unyielding. It is a hymn that has carried generations through trials and triumphs alike, a reminder that faith flows steadily even when the world around us is unsettled. As a lone feather descends, drifting gently toward the river's edge, it traces a path of quiet grace. Its soft landing on the water's surface creates ripples that spread outward, mirroring the psalm's message of God's protective presence extending through every corner of the city. This gentle image invites reflection. How might God's invisible presence in our own lives ripple outward, touching those around us in ways unseen but deeply felt? A distant horn sounds, its call cutting through the night like a beacon. This echo guides the faithful toward the river's eternal embrace, a symbol of hope and refuge. The river, though hidden from plain sight, becomes a powerful metaphor for God's sustaining presence, always there, sustaining and renewing the life of the city and its people. In this quiet, contemplative space, the river's invisible thread beckons us to consider the depth of God's nearness. It challenges us to trust in the unseen currents of grace that carry us through life's uncertainties, much like the ancient city that stands firm despite the tides of history. What might it mean for us today to recognize the river flowing beneath our own lives? How can we sense God's presence in the hidden, quiet moments, even when the world's noise threatens to drown out the sacred song? These reflections invite us to listen more closely to the water, the stars, the soft drum beats, and to find peace in the steady, invisible thread that connects us to the divine.